You're tuned in to Community Conversations with the Trio, a weekly show that explores key topics in health, education, politics, and business. You can always find us on the web at CCTRIO.com or get connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes by searching The CC Trio. And now, your hosts, the Trio, Dr. G, Sean D, and main man Michael Duff, on Community Conversations with the Trio.
The government may be shut down, but we're not shut down. We are here ready to go. Community Conversations with the Trio, Dr. G, Sean D, and my main man, Michael Dove. The government shut down, man. What we gonna do?
We still open for business. We are still open for business.
Yeah, I'm still paying taxes.
Well, that doesn't stop. So isn't that why they shut down? They don't get enough taxes. Well, I'm sure there's other reasons to that too that shut down. But at any rate,
it's just unbelievable the gridlock, and what it says to me is that our political position is more important than the American public. Mm-hmm. So we have this agenda. We don't care about y'all. We're gonna do our thing. We're gonna shut this thing down, and at all cost, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And it all revolves around Obamacare. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Am I right or not? Is that it?
And that's the problem there. Dr. J, that I think we made a mistake when I remember Obama said, I kind of like Obamacare, so I'm going to start using it as well. Remember, it's really the
Affordable Care Act.
Affordable Care Act. Mm-hmm. That's what it really is. And if you would say that, and that would be the nomenclature, then you would be shutting down the government against the Affordable Care Act. That doesn't sound as cool. But saying I'm shutting down the government to fight Obamacare, that rallies at least 49.9% of the country. I think for the last election, and it's easy to see why this happened. But we're forgetting what this does. And the worst part of it is, Dr. G and Sean D, is that private insurance companies have already started some of this work. There are already private exchanges that are being led by the private health insurance companies doing basically the same thing that the Affordable Care Act does. But it was okay when they were doing it at a private level, but when the government gets involved, understanding the government's not the perfect person to do some things, the perfect entity, but when the government gets involved and it's by Obama, now the nation's absolutely insane.
Yeah, well, the other side of that too, not the other side, but I think the positioning, the timing of this, better put, the timing of this shutdown of the GOP standing its ground. It kind of feels like that, actually. But the positioning of the GOP and with this particular timing is crucial. And it's a tactic often used, just like any other kind of protest or kind of walkouts. You do it at a time when it's going to have the most activity, right? So the higher the probability of some kind of activity. So if you're going on strike, don't do it when no one's around. Do it when there's going to be the height of situations, because that exacerbates the resources and shows then it puts it in a more public light. So I think the timing of it was really on the GOP side was very well thought out in that regard. But it may end up backfiring against them. So there's a lot of people who are today's Friday. Most people are getting paid, but a lot of people aren't.
A lot of people,
and that's a huge issue. And not knowing how long this furlough is going to last. Creditors don't care; they still want their money, and a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. We know that. Mm-hmm. Heck, I'm living paycheck to paycheck.
And it's hard to live paycheck to paycheck when you don't have a paycheck coming in.
Exactly.
So that's difficult. But there's a New York Times article that is quoting President Obama. I guess he was speaking in a suburb of Maryland, and he basically said that if the Republicans allow the House to vote on a spending bill to reopen the government free of any provisions that would undermine the health care law, it would pass with bipartisan support. Mm-hmm. And the operative here is undermine the health care law. So it keeps pointing to the fact that it's about the Affordable Care Act. That's the issue, and that's why the government is shut down right now. Mm-hmm. And
Dr. G, just to interrupt you real quickly, I would add to that, it's about the act, but it's also about a small, what did they say today? They said a minority of the minority of 1/3 of the government. Mm-hmm. Because it's not everybody's fault. It's just that minority of the minority in 1/3 of the government's problem with Obamacare, with that act.
Yeah, and you kind of got to a point that we were talking about earlier, main man, about Obamacare versus the Affordable Care Act. And I'm not sure if you saw the Jimmy Kimmel piece that they did recently where they took a guy on the street with a microphone, which we should try that one time. Just go on the street and do some live interviews. But they took a guy on the street with a microphone and was just asking random people about, this the Obamacare versus the Affordable Care Act, and which one did they like best. And 99% of the people said, "Oh, I don't like that Obamacare. No, we don't want that." He said, "Well, what about the Affordable Care?" "Yeah, that's the plan we need to go with. We love that one. That's good."
Yeah, that's exactly how it was, right? So it's language, and just the emotional ties to certain language, in particular Obama, right now. So,
and if you have not seen it, our listeners, if you have not seen that piece, go to YouTube, Google Jimmy Kimmel with Obamacare versus ACA. And that will give you a chuckle, but it also is very, very frightening. Mm-hmm. And these were not bums on the street. These were people who looked like they were, pretty intelligent. There was one guy who liked Obamacare better than the Affordable Care Act, and it happened to be an African American guy.
So he was just sticking with Obama.
He was like, "I want Obamacare. I don't want that.
Scrap that other place." Yeah. But the vast majority is about it is about the Affordable Care Act, which again, for those if you're not aware, if you've been this shutdown has overshadowed the story. I mean the marketplace is open. It's open and taking applications, and as of October 1st. It was a live system. I know that they said so many, and this talks to the need of healthcare. So many people were jumping on the .gov, healthcare.gov website that it actually crashed it more than a few times. Kept crashing the site. Phone calls, people couldn't get through. So there's glitches, but I think the point of it is there's glitches because of the overwhelming demand for the service. Mm-hmm. So the need for it is abundantly clear. So again, that's what some of the pundits were talking about, is that the GOP is standing in the way of something, using a tactic that is standing in the way of folks getting some kind of care who really want the care, and this is across the aisle. Because they said even Kentucky, which is definitely a red state, Kentucky was the number one state with the number of people actually going to the website.
Wow.
So in a high Republican-dominated state, there is folks that want the care. But
wow.
So we'll see. It's playing out. It's playing out, but we'll see how it goes.
Have you all seen? Have you all seen any thoughts with regards to how long this could potentially last? Because you would hope that it would.
2 weeks.
They said about 2 weeks.
2 weeks is what I heard. Yeah, because they have to get this done before the debt ceiling issue comes up. Because obviously the goal was to cause a delay, and then if this doesn't work perfectly, they were going to then jump on the debt ceiling. But now the debt ceiling and this are running together. So they say they got about 2 weeks, I think, according to the Treasury Department, that they need to get the debt ceiling. Because obviously when you release the money, then you have to take the time to pay the bills. So I believe the Treasury said if you release the money and get this one taken care of within the next couple of weeks, then I'll be able to write checks to where I need to pay for the government services, etc.
and feeling, a lot of folks are feeling it, and I think they're. We can talk about this. The cows come home. It's a wait and see game. I mean, that's really what it is.
You know what, Johnny, what really got me about this? Mm-hmm. Did you just hear Dr. G, our elder statesman, not only say that he saw Jimmy Kimmel, but that he said Google and YouTube. Now, we just got him using the microwave. This man is all on the internet, and he's Googling and YouTubing. I tell you.
Tell him, G, you've been a Mac adopter way before everybody else.
Here you go.
So I talk about Dr. G is a trendsetter, man. Don't put him out there.
Don't get it twisted. I love my technology. It may take me a while to learn how to use it, but I love it.
Now he don't know no Twitter. He don't know no Twitter. He'll YouTube you to death.
I have to be careful. I call it the right thing.
We had that problem before.
Get us thrown off the air.
Get the tweets messed up. Get them letters all jumbled. But yeah, man. This, like I said, we'll see how it goes. I think this is again just another testament of one of my classes talking about organizational theory. Talk about the idea of democracy, and democracy is a messy process. It's not all cut and dry, and everything runs smoothly. But this is, I think, ultimate, not ultimate, but definitely all the veil is unveiled of the messiness of the democratic process.
Did you hear what Netanyahu said last night, though? That was, I think, something we need to push for. He said in Israel this would never happen. The reason is that, number one, if you don't pass the budget, there's provision that the government stays funded, and you get 1/12 of the previous budget each month. So if they didn't pass much this month, they just 1/12 of the previous budget will be put forward, so you can pick those this month, 1/12, 2/12, whatever. Then he said, if it lasts, I believe, I don't want to misquote this, so you have to look it up, listeners, but I believe it's either 6 months or a couple times, they don't get a budget, they call for a general election, meaning everybody, all the politicians have to go up for election. Now, if we had that, trust me, we'd never have a budget problem.
You got that right.
That's actually, I don't know if I can disagree with that right there. Man, that's because and there's the other side, right? So those who are standing in the way, they're still getting their checks. They still have their free benefits, so their health care already in place and paid thereafter kind of thing. So, there are those who are supposedly representing the people, but everyone is not everyone, but a good majority have spoke about that. The people have spoken. They want this. They want something. Now, it isn't. Now, is the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, is it the best plan to since sliced bread? No. There's gaps in it. There's holes in it. There's pieces that can be manipulated or disregarded if you're because again, if you don't get a health insurance, you'll get a penalty in the next tax year, but the penalty is like $96 per person kind of thing, and then it drops depending on income, but it's not steep enough necessarily to go out and pay. Maybe you're paying $100 for your care, a month. Well, I might as well get penalized $96 once rather than paying $100 over 6, 7, 8, 12 months. So there's that's one of the knocks on the plan is that it doesn't penalize folks enough for not doing it. So getting healthy people in the plan is still going to be a challenge as a concern. But there are a lot of good things about the Affordable Care Act, and so there again. I think just that drive of folks wanting to be a part of it, wanting to get more information about it. They're crashing the website routinely, which part of the issue is there's no one there to support it. So so you got furloughed individuals who can't, so they can't get the site up fast enough and routinely enough to limit the shutdowns of the website, but. But again, GOP. They had I'm sure they had a plan in place, but I think it's about to crumble under their feet if they don't get something going here.
Yep, absolutely.
So I love to vote. Let's vote right now for some new people. Well, they can go right back up. We'll get Michael Dove for senator.
I know we need to go ahead and send Sean up there.
No.
Put that bill on the floor. So let's start with the state. Let's not just start with
Now,
I'd like to see some of that down here myself.
Now, would that include the president as well, main man?
Absolutely. I think that there's the division of government was meant as a counterbalance. On purpose, it means that one side should not be able to, take down the other two. That's the whole point of this. And when you have this actually occurring, not only occurring with a minority, you have to question all three sides of government, including the president, his ability to work with people that don't agree with him. Because remember, think about this. The Affordable Care Act has the support of the Justice Branch and the Executive Branch. Since the President's plan, the Supreme Court approved it that it is, viable, legal within the Constitution. So we have two branches against one, and basically we're unable to move. So that defeats the whole purpose, and part of it is the President. The President, to me, the one gap I've seen with him is that he forgot who Obama, who he had voted for, per se. He got right back into politics. Look, good and well, being men of color, when we have situations like this, we'd be down there. We'd be in somebody's office. Black folks don't have a lot of patience for stuff like this. We would have been like, cancel my meeting. I'm going to go right down there. And we're going to have a talk. We're going to have, something, what they call it, a beer gate or whatever, when he had the dinner, the beers, because of Louis Gates getting arrested.
Yeah, Gates,
Just our culture, I'm thinking of my family. I have a problem like this, I'm coming to your house, and we're going to talk, and we're going to solve this problem, because I don't have time to be worried about this for weeks and days and back and forth. I've told you I'm not negotiating, and if you're still trying to negotiate with me, obviously I'm not clear. I'm going to come here and be clear. That's how we normally work. But he's doing his politics, he's doing speeches, he's sending the press secretary. Hey, come on, man. The reason we put you in there is because you're supposed to be different. Go down there, handle some business, start jacking some folks up, and they handle it. I mean, shoot, you're not going to get voted. You can't run again, so you might as well just go ahead and go, all out.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the thing is, it's kind of dangerous down there these days. You got the lady who's running barricades and stuff. Maybe you can't get down there. They won't let them. It's too dangerous.
Yeah. She was saying Obama was stalking her, but that's a whole nother story. We can cover that at some other point. But we could talk about this for the whole show. But I know there's some other things we want to get to, transition to. Main man.
Cowboys.
Well, we won't get to that right now either. We'll hold on that. But main man Michael Dove, our very own Sean D, went out and did a fantastic interview with the folks over at Revealing Truth Ministries. And Sean, you want to set that up?
Well, I had a chance to chat with Deaconess Vicki Carl and her health ministry team as they have their second annual health fair coming up on October 19th. We did have a chance to participate last year, and it was quite a turnout. So we wanted to get the information out, and the idea of healthcare and folks needing care. This is a free service that they are offering once again this year on October 19th. So I had a chance to sit with them and hear from her and her team about the healthcare event coming up. So let's hear from them.
This is Sean D. with Community Conversations with the trio, just checking in with you once again. So we're here with the Revealing Truth Ministries health ministry side of the equation. So there's no energy here. No energy at all. So, there you go. But it's good to be excited. So if you take a second just to introduce who we have around the microphone here.
Hello there. My name is Yolanda Lemons. I'm the assistant director over the fitness part of the ministry.
All right.
I'm Sheree Harrison. I guess I'm like the assistant part of the ministry.
Administrative?
Yeah, there we go. Administrative assistant.
Good.
Hi, I'm Deacon Eddie Rivera. I'm a certified personal trainer. I train and I also participate in group fitness and training people in muscular endurance.
I'm Vicki Carl, and I'm the director of the Revealing Truth Health Ministry.
And I'm Beverly Griffin. I'm the Faith Community Nurse and Assistant Director.
All right. So we're here today, just chatting a little bit as you have an event coming up. So who wants to talk a little bit about what's coming along the lines there?
Well, on Saturday, October the 19th, from 10 to 3 p.m., we have a health and wellness forum. We'll have doctors from USF who will be doing a panel. There'll be pediatrics, high-risk OBGYN, sports medicine, nutrition. We'll also have a dentist here, and we will have American Diabetes Association. We'll have the Department of Health from Hillsborough County. We'll have Cab's Pharmacy, and we'll have Charlene Dorsey. She's a culinary chef. And we will also have massage and...
now you got my attention. All right.
Yes.
So food and then massage.
Yes.
Good food.
Up until then, I wasn't sure, but now food and massage. All right. So, and this is a free event? Is this free?
Oh, yes.
All right. Free. Now you really have my attention.
Yes.
Free massage, food. All right.
Well,
It's a great combo.
We're going to make sure that you get your workouts in. So we have...
That's right, Coach.
That's right.
So workouts, so there'll be actual workouts happening on site?
That's correct. We will have some Zumba. Everybody loves Zumba. Also, I'm going to have some boot camps going as well. Let's see. Also, we have, it's called Piloxing. It's a mixture of Pilates and boxing. Really cool. And the event that I'm really excited about within the fitness part of the health fair is the workshop we're going to have is about natural hair and fitness. There's a lot of people that have natural hair. If you're African American, you may have issues with working out and your hair sweating out, or you may have complaints about how to take care of it pre-workout, post-workout. So we will have...
Yes, I do.
So we have a national sponsored curls as the product. They're sponsoring this event. They're a national product. They're on the shelves, Target, Walmart, Sally's. They're sponsoring that segment of our fitness part of the health ministry. And it'll be about an hour. We'll talk about how to take care of your hair, how to style it, how to pre-workout, post-workout. We'll have free products.
Yay.
Free. Yeah,
free.
Get over there.
Free curls products to give away to the ladies. And if there's some guys out there that have the froze and the natural hair, have the curly hair, come on through. You got to get that hair right. But also after that, we're going to have a workout with it as well. So I'm excited about just merging those two together. Just being out there. I'm a fitness trainer as well. Group fitness, all of that. And just being out and about and hearing the feedback about, I just can't work out my hair. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to treat it after. And there's always those complaints. So we want to alleviate any excuses.
Yes.
For anybody not working out. So we need to make sure that we're still making an effort. So I'm helping you. Helping you get that situated, get that resolved. No excuses. We have resolution for you for your hair.
You can do your hair.
That's definitely as I understand. I don't have as much of it. The hair being a problem when I work out, but I have her. I just paid a lot for this due. I don't want to have to sweat it out.
Exactly.
So having that workship, I think that may be packed up in there. So.
And it's not just for. I just want to let you know, it's not just for African American. If you have curly hair, and if it's if you have a natural curl, or if you have issues where if it's frizzen or anything like that, there's all kind of products available. And also, if you are very active, you're a swimmer, you're very athletic or whatever, there's also products to help you wash that stuff out, the chemicals out of your hair. So there's something for everybody.
There's a little bit for everybody.
Yes.
So no excuses not to throw up to that. So with this is the second annual.
This is our second
annual. So last year went off without a hitch.
Yeah.
Well, last year we had.
Let's do it again.
You said about nutrition. Last year we had a nutritionist, and she's coming again this year, and she taught them how to cook something simple. And there were things that even the children could do, because we do have a large children's offering around, and this is something to teach them how to eat nutritiously. And as being in the faith community nurse, we really worry about the physical, the mental, and the spiritual aspect of health in this ministry. So we do have the physical part, and we do have the healing school coming, and that's in our church here, and they focus on finding where your root problems are, why you do get diseases, and how you can prevent them by being proactive, reducing the stress in your life, reducing the worries in your life. And a lot of that will help you
reduce stress.
Yeah, that will help you get rid of a lot of things like headaches and physical problems like gastric reflux and stomach aches and asthma and things like that. A lot of that you can break down some of those things if you learn about the root problems to it. We'll also have Baycare from St. Joseph's Hospital, the Faith Community Nurse in Baycare. They'll be represented here also. So we'll have...
So you got a lot going on there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of this, that, and the other.
There.
Right.
Yeah, so now, and it's all going to be here at, we're recording live here from Revealing Truth location, so it's going to be here.
Right here.
So I did attend last year.
Yes, you did.
We did have the wife and kids came along for a little bit, so hopefully this coming session.
I think I gave your wife some products for the kids.
You did, actually. They do have curly hair. From my side, I don't know, like, it doesn't show right now. Yes, I do have curly hair. But yeah, so but the products, so actually the food they did have. Do you remember having the food that was available? The workout, I do remember. I didn't participate in that workout, but I have been working out lately, so I'm getting into I'm getting into that mode. But so what are some of the other as folks come in? What are some of the other things that they could do? If I remember correctly, there was also at the beginning there was informational tables that were there as well. Is that same thing is going to happen this year?
Yeah, they'll have vendors there that would be offering information. We thought the sickle cell may be there, and we have hopefully somebody to talk about the insurance.
The new marketplace.
And
opening up tomorrow.
Yes,
October 1st.
Yes. So we're hoping that we will have all the vendors available and with information, so that you'll be able to get more involved, like from the community. Community resources.
All right.
And we'll also have Prevent Blindness for juveniles from, I guess, to 18 years old, but children can get their vision checked. And also we'll have a nutritionist there for children. So they'll do presentations like that for the children as well. So.
Now, again, if folks are interested, this is happening on October 19th here at Revealing Truth. If folks are interested, do they need to pre-register? Is there a website? Or if I just wanted more information about it, where do I go to get that?
Well, you can go to our website at www.revealingtruth.org. You can email rtmhealthministry@gmail.com, and we'll be glad to answer any questions. You don't really need to register, just show on up. We start at 10, and we'll be going till 3.
10 to 3.
Yeah,
yes.
10 to 3.
All right. So, is there anything else that's going to be, besides this wonderful team that you have here, all excited? I mean, I walked in on a class going on. Right? So is that class now? Is that class you were doing? Is that open to anyone? So if I just wanted to come back, if I'm not a member of the church, I can still.
Sure.
So other folks can come down and get the workout on.
Yes, you can. You can come down. So please come down.
Every Monday.
Was there with a lot of energy. So who runs the class there? Is that
Coach Yolanda runs it on Mondays.
Okay.
It's
What
the
we
KIFT
do,
program.
it's called the GIFT program, Get Into Fitness Today. It's through the health department, because we're kind of health department. It's a health and nutrition class. It's and what we do is we go over different lessons like portion control and how to eat, how to shop. You know, you go to the grocery store, how to shop wisely, how to read labels, and after that, we work out. So that's every Monday, 7 p.m. The class is called Boomba.
Boomba.
Yes. Yes. It's called Boomba. So we do some Latin fitness dancing and then also kickboxing. It's an interesting mixture. But so I do the little Latin fitness dancing, and then Deacon Rivera does kickboxing. Okay. So we just mix it and we just have a good time. The main thing is that you're moving, you have the movements. Everybody doesn't know the dance steps or know that you just come.
I was about to say that. I mean, I don't know any Latin moves there. I got a 1-2 step, but that's all I got.
Yeah, that's fine. You're moving, so you can do it fast, you can do it slow. You can do it slow motion. So there's many ways to do a 1-2 step. As long as you're moving, that's what's important.
So it's the movement.
And that's the goal. It's just as long as you're moving, because like I tell them, I try to show them beginning some of the moves we're going to do, some of the punch, some of the hooks and the uppercuts and all that other stuff, so they didn't. And then tell them what they're working out, the areas, so that they can work on that. Mm-hmm. And then as we go with it, I just tell them go with the flow, enjoy, have fun, just do the movements, and never stop. Just keep going. Mm-hmm. And I also teach a class on Saturday, which is also part of the health fitness, and that's at 8 o'clock in the mornings in the parking lot, which is more muscular endurance. Right. So.
There's a lot of fitness going on. Right?
Oh, yeah. And not to mention, at the Health Forum, the YMCA will be there, and also LA Fitness will be representing.
All right. So again, revealingtruth.org, I think you said, the website?
Yes.
Revealingtruth.org, or RTM Health Ministry at gmail.com if they wanted to get more information.
They can also visit us on Revealing Truth Ministries Health Ministry on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Right.
Facebook?
Yes, we're on Facebook.
Twitter? You got Twitter account?
I'm on Twitter.
Not yet. Instagram is in the works.
Yes.
We got to know where the people are, right? Right. Communication these days.
That's it.
So what else? Is there anything else? Any other highlights that you wanted to hit? As Mr. Reed, you've been quiet over there, so I know everyone's kind of hitting on stuff over there. But is there any highlight? I mean, what brings you out? You were out tonight, right? So you're here tonight to do the fitness. Why come out? What's the point?
Well, for me, the reason why I come out is because I'm interested in fitness and trying to become a more healthier person. So I'm working on, my eating correctly and working out more often. And so, plus, Pumbaa is a lot of fun. So, I come out for that in a fellowship with the other people.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fellowship. Fellowship is good. revealingtruth.org. October 19th. This is the second annual event that you'll be having, and it is from 10 to 3 p.m. Got it?
Yes.
All right. Anything else? Any other?
Yes. We will also have HIV testing, blood pressure testing, and things like that.
Glucose.
Blood glucose.
Okay.
So.
All right. Good. Well,
We're going to be busy.
Thank
that
you.
day. So we want everybody to come out.
But those are the events I love going to because I don't have anything to do. So that's awesome. Just go and participate. So definitely, if you're there, get out, enjoy. October 19th, Revealing Truth Ministries, Health Ministry, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right?
So that was the interview with Revealing Truth. Like I said, it was a good time, as you can hear all the camaraderie. So hope folks get out there again on October 19th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. over at the Revealing Truth Ministries location. So it sounds like it'll be a good time.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sounds like they're doing some.
Didn't we go there 1 year, Sean?
Last year, yeah. We did, sir.
Yeah,
So hope to be back again this year.
Absolutely. So, guys, we cannot, have a show and not hit the latest in sports. A lot going on. My Cowboys are 2-2. Philadelphia's 0-4.
1-3. 1-3. Good grief! Give us our one win.
Oh, we got the President's Cup is going on. With golf, and then locally we got our Tampa Bay Rays made it to the postseason. All right, go Rays.
Congratulations.
Yep, and they play today, isn't it? Today, I think it is. But the controversy is that the game is at like 3:00. So they're saying all the people are at work.
Out of work.
They're going to miss the start of the game, but that's a whole other thing. But go Rays, we'll be pulling for the Rays. I hope they do well. That'd be great to bring what do they call it, a pennant to the Tampa Bay area. Did I get that right? I'm not a big baseball person. So.
Sounds good to me.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is either.
I don't feel so
I
bad.
want them to win. They need a new stadium now. They've done so much with so little. It's the same two guys, Longoria and Joe Madden, manager. We just got to get this. I know there's a mayor race that may keep coming up, and the new mayor with the same guy. He's got to use some common sense, and we're gonna lose this team. And they've gone to either been close to the playoffs, gone to the playoffs, and have participated in the World Series with an aging stadium, one of the lowest, I think, one of the third lowest payroll in baseball. We got to do better for these guys, the little Braves.
Yeah, they're doing a lot with little, but 3:00 today playing the Red Sox. So,
and I happened to the first and only game I went to this year was the last game of the season. We got some tickets to go, and I thought, I'd go and it would just be crazy packed because, of course, they were still trying to get, into the playoffs. The place was half empty, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The parking, I pulled up, parked, fairly close. I'm like, this can't be real.
Yeah, I saw a stat that they were the Rays ranked last in attendance for any MLB team.
I just don't get that. Mm-hmm. That is just, and is it the fact that people will not go across the bridge from Tampa to the game?
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty much. You're like, pretty much.
Well, if there was some public transportation that would get you there quickly, like some kind of rail system or something. I'm just saying.
Let's call Governor Scott.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. But, not being a big baseball fan, when I do go, I enjoy it. I love to go and just hang out and watch, any kind of sports. I even like hockey, but I'm not going to just get in my car and drive 45 minutes to watch a baseball game unless it's just, I get free tickets or there's a reason for me to go. Mm-hmm. But if it was here, I probably would go a whole lot more. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably like the people you're talking about now.
just that bridge.
Yeah, definitely not.
Right.
And then we got to talk about the Bucs. They released our man Josh Freeman.
I didn't even know he's our man, but
Well, he's been our man since what, 2009?
So this is 5th year of his 6-year rookie contract. But I was reading about it this morning, getting more details. I saw it scroll across the screen last night, and then I was like, what the heck? Because, they benched him right before. They benched him first. And not even benched him. They put him up in the skybox. He didn't even get down to the field. So they were saying there was some, he had a couple of fines or something with conduct detrimental to the team type stuff. So apparently him and Shiano just weren't seeing eye to eye. Well, when you're losing, it's very often hard to see eye to eye when you're losing. So spoken like an Eagles fan, so
there you go.
Yeah. So it's tough. It's tough. You try to figure out what happened. And the Bucs, they've close games, man. They've been losing games by like point here, 3 points there.
Yeah.
So they've been in it every game, actually. I believe. I don't think they've had any like just true blowouts. It's just that a couple of boneheaded plays. So is the idea is it discipline or what have you as a team. So you can't put it all on Josh Freeman, but I think that last piece about the drug rehab piece, I think. Because they said they were trying to trade him. They called every team. The general manager called every team in the league, and no one. They couldn't find anyone to trade with him. So that's why they ended up cutting him.
That's a money thing. When you get the quarterback, you want to put him at his least strongest. When you don't have a job, and you're not sitting around waiting on $20-30 million contracts. But someone's going to pick him up. The right team's got to figure out because when you pick up a quarterback. The news media is all on it, and your current quarterback said, whoa, what's going on? Mm-hmm. It's a whole big deal, but I don't think Mr. Bird, Vinny Testaverde, Doug Williams, Trent Dilfer. Matter of fact, our very first quarterback is the coach, won championships at University of Florida, and now coaching South Carolina, Steve Spurrier. So all these people have left quarterbacking in Tampa Bay and become either rich, famous, or Super Bowl champions. So, I don't know what the deal is. We can train them good. We just can't play them well.
Wow. Well, I mean, there's other pieces that you got to put around it to be successful too. So quarterback can't do it all, man. Can't do it all.
That's right. But he's not going to be walking away with his pockets empty. That's for sure, because they still will have to pay him the $6.2 million.
Yeah.
And the other thing about that is, even if he signs with another team, the Bucs still have to pay him that money. So
that's what I was told. Yeah, I saw that today.
Mm-hmm. That's a heck of a severance package.
Yep, indeed. So do y'all think he was used as a what do you call it, scapegoat? For the 0-4, right?
Are they over?
Yeah. Now 0-4.
Yeah. Well, you had high hopes for this season, right? So you had high hopes, but that's just not there. So is he a scapegoat? I think if they would have won this last game, which they again lost at the last minute, pretty much, I think it would have been higher publicity about. Yeah, it's definitely a Josh Smith thing or Josh Freeman, but. I think losing that last game just shows, there's still holes elsewhere.
Yep.
That's just not going to solve it overnight here. But because they still couldn't score points. I mean, they did put up a couple of points, but they weren't like tearing it up or anything all of a sudden. So unlike the Cleveland Browns, where you lose people and then trade your best player away, and then you come back and start winning games. Putting up big points and stuff. So.
Yeah, did you see the movie Major League? Many years ago, before
sure, Wild Thing
went crazy.
Yeah, Wild Thing.
The exact same thing happened. That's really scary. That's what freaked me out. I said, oh my God, that's exactly what happened in the movie. It was baseball versus football, but the owner wanted to do something with the team and got all these crazy players and traded away her best players, and this was going to watch the team go under. And they started winning on purpose just to spite her. So, hey, maybe that's what's going on.
That's they using Major League as an inspiration. That's their management style.
It would be cool if they have Charlie Sheen on the sideline for one of the games. That was great publicity stunt.
Oh, man. Michael Dove. Mayman Michael Dove right there. But you can say that. You're a long-time Bucs fan. Season ticket holder right there.
I'm full of ideas.
You full of something.
But probably the most disappointing part about all of this is, for me, the way the Bucs handled this whole situation. Because now you got probably other players in the league who are looking at this thinking, what kind of organization is this that would treat their, signature player the way they treated him? Even though he may have had some issues, they were talking about some infractions he had, that type of thing. But you don't play this out, in the public like that. You try to treat him with dignity and respect. If you feel like he's not the best for the team, you handle it with tender gloves, because everybody's watching. Everybody's talking about now how much of a debacle this was for the organization, and that's disappointing. So.
I agree. I think it shows lack of experience for the coach. It shows that the manager Dominic kind of a lack of conduct. I can't think of anything else. That's not how you have business. If it's personal, that's how you handle it. If it's personal, it's messy, right? When you do something personal, it's messy. But when it's business, it should never be messy. It's just a bit of business, not personal. And unfortunately, it is what it is. So now we got to try to win, or I'm sure Shiano's going to be right out there with him.
I would think so. I would think so with the turmoil, because can't lose the locker room, right? That's why I got rid of Raheem, right? Lost the locker room.
Yep. Indeed.
So,
well, guys, we're running out of time, but as we close out the show, USF Bulls.
Mm-hmm. Go Bulls. Good. Still go Bulls. Yeah, they're having
a bad year.
They're having a tough time, but there's a lot of newness there. There's a lot of newness there. New coach, new quarterback, new water boy, new or water girl. I don't know.
Has anybody started calling for his head yet? You know how we sports fans.
Sports fans, yeah.
He got to go.
I may slide by the game. It's a night game tomorrow night, so playing Cincinnati. I may stop by for a little bit. So, being a student, I get to just roll in. Yeah, I mean, they get enough in tuition, so I should be able to roll in. But yeah, it's not what it was. It hasn't been what it was in a long time. So there you go.
No, it's not.
Yep, indeed.
All right, man. Well, another show in the bag.
Yeah, it did.
Community Conversation
with the trio, Dr. G,
Sean D,
and your main man, Michael Dunn.
All right, we are out of here. Peace.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed another entertaining episode of Community Conversations with the Trio. To keep the conversation going, stay connected with us by visiting CCTRIO.com and following us on Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes by searching The CC Trio. Community Conversations with the Trio. Dr. G, Sean D, and Main Man Michael.